In today's episode, we're in Russellville, Arkansas at Brangus Steakhouse to tackle on their legendary 64-ounce steak challenge, a massive feast that has defeated thousands. But of course, to make it more difficult, we're adding on extra.
For the challenge itself, this is the only required parts: fried okra, macaroni and cheese, and a toast. This is extra, and also this is extra as well. So in 3, 2, 1. Okay, my timer started.
Okay.
The steak looks juicy. First bite. Oh, this is gonna be easy. That steak just kind of dissolved in my mouth. Oh, you see, that is cooked perfect.
I have to apologize for my audio. My settings were incorrect on my main camera and I had to use my B-rolls camera audio. I explain more of this at the end of today's episode, but I am so sorry.
They do provide you with sauces, country bombs. I don't think I've ever tried that. If I do try it, we'll wait until later to eat that.
Brangus does offer a few different steak sauces to choose from, like A1, but I like to taste the steak in its original form before I start using sauces. And for their 64-ounce steak challenge, it obviously comes with 4 pounds of their sirloin steak cooked to your liking. I chose medium as always. You have to go of 2 sides. I went with their fried okra and their macaroni and cheese. And there's plenty to choose from on their menu. And lastly, a slice of Texas toast. You have 1 hour to finish all the food to get the $79.99 meal free and a photo on their huge wall of fame.
This entire trip I've been sweaty. Down in the middle of America, it is so humid.
You doing okay? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
You're welcome.
I also did throw in a chicken fried steak. The last one I had was at Kendall's. And I've been wanting to get my fix. Let's get the second steak down. There's 4 altogether.
As you saw how big that wall of fame was, there's been a lot of winners. The challenge has been going on since 1995, so that's to be expected. I couldn't find the exact amount of winners, but on foodchallenges.com there is a stat of less than 450 people that's beat the challenge, but I'm sure it's a lot more now. So I wanted to make the challenge a little more difficult, so I added more food. I added 8 ounces of chicken fried steak, a side of green beans with Texas toast, and a side salad. When it comes to steak challenges, they usually come with a side salad anyways, so I thought it was only right to make that addition. Plus, it's nice to have some healthy greens with all this food.
I'm 10 minutes in now. We have 2 more steaks. I also got to mention that out of all the steaks I've done in the past 3 months, this one is the most tender and easiest to eat. It's very flavorful. I haven't used any of this country bob. I kind of want to just try it just for the heck of it.
Now, I'm not knocking any of the previous steak challenges I've done because they were all great, but here at Brangus, the cook was perfect. It was exactly how I love to eat my steaks, with pink on the inside, and it really did make it so enjoyable to eat. The flavor was on point, and the steak retained all the juices, making it easy to swallow. Sauces isn't really necessary unless you just like steak sauce for flavor. That's really just personal preference, and I know some people think that adding sauce to a steak is a huge no-no, but again, personal preference. I don't mind it, it just depends on my mood for the day.
It's 17 and a half minutes in, and all we have left is the last piece of steak. I really can't wait to try that chicken fried steak as well.
Ever since doing Kendall's chicken fried steak challenge, I've been a little obsessed. I saw that there was a challenge in Texas that's main item is the chicken fried steak, so that'll be my first stop when I make it back to the good old Lone Star State very soon.
Pretty good. It has a little bit of a sour taste, but it's pretty good. It doesn't need it.
Now, I'm not sure if I've ever had Country Bob steak sauce before. I gave it a shot and it had a slightly bitter, peppery taste, which there's nothing wrong with, but the steak is great the way it is, and I don't think it needs anything extra.
21 minutes, 45 seconds, and the steak is done. Oh. Since this is actually a part of the challenge, we'll go ahead and finish the fried okra. And I haven't even tasted the macaroni and cheese.
You okay?
Yes, the steak was fantastic.
Good. Would you like some more Diet Coke? Are you good?
I guess more water.
More water.
Just a little bit more. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Finishing the steak in 21 minutes and 45 seconds, I am happy about. I think doing the Tombstone challenge in my previous episode definitely helped me prepare for this one since it was such a big burger, so I'm really happy about that time. And now on to the mac and cheese. It's not a big bowl, but boy does it taste good.
Done with that, I think I've become a fan of fried okra.
Only 2 more sides for the main challenge. That's the slice of Texas toast and this fried okra, which is becoming one of my favorite southern styled foods, and it's funny to think that I would never try a lot of these foods if it wasn't for doing food challenges. I can't wait to start traveling outside of the States to broaden my variety of food, hopefully next year.
As far as the actual challenge, this is the last piece. So I will finish the toast, but I'm not going to stop the timer. I should have asked for an extra set of gravy.
That's it, huh? Good job.
So technically, that's the challenge in 27 minutes. So now, I've been waiting to try this chicken fat steak. And I would have started with this, but I was really interested to see how long it would take me to do the challenge. I'm a sucker for anything with gravy on it.
For the chicken fried steak, you can choose 2 different sizes. I went with 8 ounce, but you can also go with a 12 ounce. And I wish I would have went with the bigger size because it was so dang good. The only thing I would add is more gravy because you can never have enough. My next and final episode on this trip takes place in Highlands Ranch, Colorado at Taste of Philly, taking on their cheesesteak challenge, which I doubled. That may or may not have been a good idea.
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys have shirts I can buy?
Let me ask him if he has any that you can buy.
Okay.
Let me ask him.
This challenge doesn't come with a t-shirt, but I do want to support the restaurant and buy a t-shirt as a souvenir for myself. A hint of spice. I don't know if that's pepper and I just became a wussy with spice, but it does have a little kick.
I can't believe I said pepper would have a kick. I really have become a wuss when it comes to spice. I'm gonna go ahead and order a few bottles of ghost pepper sauce to start training, and I'm very serious.
There's nothing in there but juices. And lastly, because for health, we have a salad. And traditionally, steak challenges usually come with a salad, so I got a salad.
And now that I've finished most of everything, my favorite part about the challenge was definitely the steak. And you already know how I feel about that, but when it comes to the extras I ordered, that has to go to the chicken fried steak. And I'm probably gonna have to come back and redo the challenge, not because the food tastes great, but the audio. That was really hard for me to even edit this episode. So now I have an excuse to come back.
You a gray or a yellow kind of guy?
Gray.
Gray. Right on, man.
I'll buy it.
No, I got you. I got you.
I can buy it.
I know you can. I got you.
Well, I appreciate that.
You bet. You bet. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And a massive thank you to Brangus Steakhouse for the excellent food and experience. Everyone here was awesome, and they even threw in a t-shirt, which I'm very happy about. Also, thank you all for watching. The support is so appreciated.
And that is it. Timer stops at 35 minutes and 40 seconds. You don't win a t-shirt. Typically, you just win the meal free. I even offered to buy it because, like I said, I like to have a souvenir. But they gave it to me for free, and thank you to them for that. And everybody here, the staff, everybody here was amazing. And that's a nice thin t-shirt. I like that.
Well, I'm an idiot. I just realized I recorded that whole entire steak challenge slow motion, so the audio's probably terrible, and I probably mentioned it earlier. I'm so pissed at myself that I did that because I'm gonna have to use the audio from my other camera that doesn't have a mic, so it's gonna sound weird. Anyways, there's no skateboarding. It is so hot and humid here. I have to drive 10 hours to my next destination, and even these things on my windows to block out the sun doesn't help. And the AC in this car, it's an older car, is terrible, so I'm usually sweating the entire drive. I have it full blast right now and cold, but it's just not cold. I gotta get the compressor fixed. Anyways, that sucks. I definitely, going forward, need to make sure that the settings are correct. If I didn't have my B-roll camera, I'd have no audio whatsoever, and it's kind of the reason why there's no skateboarding trick, because I'm really pissed off right now. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next video. Peace.